Alright guys, welcome back to another reaction video. My name is James.
I'm Nobu.
And today we're going to be watching Daredevil Season 3, Episode 3. So, just warning you guys right now, light is dying here, so, probably have to turn on the light halfway through the episode, but hopefully you can bear with it. We just left off with Fisk getting attacked and then saved.
Yep.
By the FBI, supposedly.
Yeah. But
you're really sus of that guy.
Very interesting member.
And then Daredevil is kind of in the thick of that and just found out that Fisk is like, I mean, I guess he knew Fisk was alive, but in play in the same way that he is, that we know he is. And we still have the whole horrible thing with Foggy and Karen, and they don't know he's alive, and just, I'm just dreading that whole storyline.
Yep.
So we'll see. I just want to get straight into it. As I was filling the reactions with the Patreon, the next episode, episode 4, is also up for early access on the Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you just for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. And let's just get into Daredevil Season 3, Episode 3. Fisk?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is his like private, whatever this is.
Well,
or where his secure location.
yeah.
Jeez, man. Is Nadeem dead?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, was he?
Oh no, he isn't. He isn't. He isn't. He isn't.
Need to make a call. Lobby secure. Straight to the nest. Move.
Go, go, go. Yeah, dude. You don't have time to make a call right now. Sorry.
What are you talking about?
Hell happened. Ambush. They're everywhere. You have status on anyone?
Also, this doesn't look like a facility. This looks like a hotel. Like they've taken over a whole hotel.
Donovan, stay back. We're his attorneys. Congratulations. Stay back. Locate Vanessa.
It's not him, though.
They tried to get me. They'll go for her too. Make sure she's safe.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. Is Vanessa even gonna be? Are we ever gonna see Vanessa again?
I'm not sure.
We're good. Get the medic. For me, not him. Shitbag's all yours. Thanks. Hold on.
Interesting. Very interesting.
You know the deal. Just follow the protocol and get back here ASAP.
What's so interesting?
That FBI guy.
Why?
He seems to have it out for Fisk a little bit.
You will be
He does not
confined
like
to these
him.
quarters.
That's true.
You will be monitored at all times. Armed guards will be stationed outside 24/7.
You'll be safe here.
You nearly had me killed.
Had him.
You will make their sacrifice worth something.
Hey, convict. Your lawyers are here.
I kind of like how everybody calls him convict. Like it just, I don't know. It like signifies just how like far he's fallen.
Is Vanessa safe? We don't know.
Oh shoot.
Oh
shoot,
no,
bro. Now here's the thing. Isn't it in the FBI's best interest that Vanessa is safe? Like, I don't know how
Basically.
hardcore we're gonna go, but I would say it is. So is they maybe gonna do something about it? Seeing as when they can hold, you know, her over his head, they have full control.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that would be the call, right? Because otherwise, what else would you do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the whole deal
then I feel
rides
like
on
then I feel like he's like unpredictable. Like if Vanessa's not okay,
No, of course
not
he's
only
completely
is Fisk not gonna help you, but he may like go crazy.
Yeah.
It feels like about 100 years since I had a home-cooked meal.
Left to my own devices, we'd be ordering Wohop every night.
Not only does she run proxy magazine, she is an expert orderer.
Hey, that is a skill, bro. You know how terrifying it is? You get on the phone and you're like, oh.
They renewed their vows on Long Beach for the whole family. Aunt Lily hired one of those planes and right in the sky.
Whoa.
So how'd you two meet? Kind of like you guys, actually. We were set up by our college newspaper editor.
Were you supposed to say that?
Mitchell, did you not tell
Wait,
him?
this is a setup?
I'm so sorry.
That's cringe.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with it.
You know what?
Sorry, I feel like
We need more wine.
you can't compete against the...
That was cringy.
I got it. I'm sorry. It just, you know,
That's so cringe, bro.
I said no.
Yes, right. See, that's the part where it gets to be my choice.
Could use some happy.
Yeah, to be fair, very few people I feel like would agree to getting set up ever, though, so...
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
But I mean, you know, I kind of get where he's coming from.
Yeah,
He's trying
of course. I do, too.
So Sorry. You're telling me that you named your cat Ralph.
I have a PhD in Hamlet. He's my favorite.
To be fair, I feel like you guys are getting along.
Humanity is won
I
by.
know this one actually. Humanity is won by continuing to play in the face of certain defeat. I was going to be an English major.
He's just gonna slowly walk out of the room.
Revered journalist with an acclaimed publication.
Too much, honey. You ever worry little Ralph's plotting your demise?
I don't know. I like the company. Shared a room with my brother growing up. How about you? Any siblings?
Oh.
No, I had a brother too, but he died.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
Oh, do they not know about the story? Right? This is going to be a big thing.
Who in the hell would let out Fisk?
After Ben died, Lily was inconsolable. And we've just gotten to the point where an hour can go by and I have to call Lily to reassure that I'm still alive.
Sure, I understand.
okay.
I can any pushback and tell you, you are staying away from this.
Oh no.
That I have a history with that man, and that makes it a conflict of interest.
Exactly.
But I also know him better than anyone else on our staff.
Yeah, true.
Gives you a bias.
Yeah.
Like, it's not up for discussion. Enjoy the pie.
Dude, I like wish there were more journalists. Like I love that. Like running through this show is this like maybe old concept of like journalism.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like really seeking the truth.
He feels
and
like-
exposing it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, he feels like a true journalist, you know, who doesn't want to deal with all that.
What was it this time? Laughing Matt?
Bloody Matt.
Whatever happened to Matt? It's not your fault.
Dang, bro, look what my man's going through, man.
Because I have this great life. I have it all. Matt's just...
He's not.
Maybe you should talk to someone.
We'll bring him back.
I don't know. It might be worth a try.
That's what I mean. Like seeing how torn up he is now and seeing how he wasn't around Karen makes me just feel like he won't talk about it.
Oh, is he gonna find out the news too?
No.
To be fair, guys, freaking leave him alone. Like, I mean,
Okay, but he's
I
not
get it,
really
but-
out though. He's
I
still-
know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like people just freaking out when they don't really understand what the heck's going on. Now, obviously, there's a bigger story here, but
Yeah, I can understand people's frustration, but it's kind of like
if it was just the FBI's using him as an informant, I would be like, cool.
this stuff happens all the time. I don't
Yeah.
know what to say.
Of course it does. God is angry.
What?
Whoa.
There's
You don't think God knows you tried to kill yourself?
It's like his
this is not real.
subconscious,
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of like, right?
That has nothing to do with this.
Interesting how he pictures.
This is
Fisk.
super cool.
What you're hearing.
And the fact that that Fisk is like arguing for God.
In the long run, I won. You lost.
I feel like it's
Does
because
that sound like God's forgiveness?
he was trying to prove him wrong, you know?
Yeah.
And so now it's coming back to bite him.
Sounds like hell.
Dude, that was cool.
Is that Karen?
Oh my.
Never keep Karen safe.
She's right there.
But she knows, right? She knows. Well, at least
Not
in her
for
mind.
sure.
Just like your father and Electra. They all died because of you, Matthew.
I like how he's not like in focus either.
Yeah.
Whoa, that was sick. I don't know how the heck they did.
Page, bulletin.
It seems silly, but little things like that, even though it's like you definitely could get away with it with a camera trick, that's well done.
That's a genius. You got him out. Agent Nadim.
Agent Nadim.
Come on, we gotta have a statement or something here.
There's a vigil at the hospital. Just give Sammy a hug for me.
See, the guy's got a freaking family.
Karen Page is in your bulletin. And you're the agent who released Wilson Fisk?
Fisk has not been released.
Yeah, he hasn't. Really.
Yeah. Oh, clearly, bro. Look at all the police and the FBI here.
He held in a $20 million penthouse. Okay, so then what's he having for dinner? Is it the filet mignon or the line-caught halibut?
Whatever he wants, as long as he's turning in other people. Like,
Yeah, I feel like that's one thing. That's what. Like, I get it, but you're looking at such a small picture.
I in an ideal world.
Foster, Leadon, Torres. They lost their lives and they were good agents. Good people.
Yeah, and we got to make it worth it. See, this is where it's like people, the general public, not thinking, kind of like, and not knowing the bigger story. So
Because
it's
there
like-
has to be a system because humans suck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, this is how it is.
Sadly, then, if there has to be a system, there's going to be weird, annoying things within that system that aren't exactly how we want justice to be.
Yeah, it's
and even in this world, that's why you have heroes.
That's why it's like more real.
974.
That's why you never have the number tones be different, bro. Though he would probably be able to know.
Yeah, he would somehow be able to,
Well, because the distance of the sound or something.
Actually saying it specifically made it seem even more ridiculous.
Oh, hey, man. Hand me one of those PNCs, would you?
What's a...
Thanks. Dude, I said a PNC.
Oh, that's cool. I actually like that little detail. I like stuff like that, where it's like he's still blind. Are there still people living in this place?
What's like it?
That would suck. Can you imagine? Like, I can't go to my house anymore. Not only do we have the giant, like, FBI presence, but, like, there's a criminal and, like...
Yeah, like...
Right? Just one moment, sir.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up, actually. That seems off.
Watch rotation. Sound off.
Well, it's like, they don't have another place? Like, really?
Yeah, that seems a little weird. That they wouldn't have an actually secure area.
Yeah, like they had to like go and like grab a random. Like I get if it was temporary, like oh, just really quickly. Oh snap, we can't get anywhere else.
Or even.
Inside. Now what?
Why would they let you out?
When you find me, what are you prepared to do?
Or is he gonna kill him this time?
That means you cut a deal.
The FBI will be eating out of my hand.
You'll manipulate them.
You don't know that.
I actually like how he's wrong. At least for now.
Yeah.
Maybe right this moment I'm giving the FBI information that will save lives.
He's thinking in his mind that.
Yeah, it's his idea. Whereas Fisk is actually kind of whipped by the FBI right now, at least.
Yeah. Well, the main thing is because what is his goal, right? His goal is Vanessa.
Vanessa. Jeez, man. I don't know why I'm feeling bad for him, but I am.
Well, like I feel bad for him on a certain level, right? Because both him and Matt can relate to the idea of like having a loved person and trying to protect them.
Garcia
both
was the
human.
best man at my wedding.
Word is Andrews will pull through.
If you call, probably never going to walk again, pulling through.
Jeez.
That's really hard.
And he gets a penthouse.
Yeah, I mean, I understand how like the whole look of it would piss people off.
We need time with our client.
Okay, but these guys are a little annoying.
Do they actually get to do that?
We reached Felix Manor. Vanessa's safe.
Where is she now?
A safe house outside Barcelona.
Okay.
It was her decision. We strongly advised against Europe, given the extradition risk, but
Oh, jeez.
enjoys the art, and she can be very insistent.
Yeah, but she's got to be...
Yes. She
I
can.
think he's fine with that.
Yeah. It's super risky, though.
Oh, Felix. Tell him to put Vanessa someplace safer.
I like that little like that. You know, it reminded him of her, so he kind of like calmed down.
It's interesting though because they had this conversation in season 1, and she was opposed to the idea of like leaving or being his thing that he keeps safe, because it's like the whole point is that I am with you, that I am living or whatever. So I don't know how she's gonna feel about that.
Homicides are down, burglaries down, assaults down. The good people of Hell's Kitchen have said no more.
Sounds a little cheesy, bro.
And let's continue to take our city back together.
You gotta work on your delivery there.
What's that?
Too many togethers. Sounds like a Beatles song.
Wow. I'm inspired. Mr. Nelson. I said the blue one.
It had a stain. The charcoal's the ticket.
Dang, bro.
You have 5 minutes.
The Wilson Fisk case. I want to provide my complete, unmitigated, fully caffeinated support. I know you're doing everything in your power to reverse the terms of that crap deal he finagled. I'm drafting myself onto your team for this. Tag me the hell in.
I love Foggy.
If we can open a state case, we can at least put him back behind bars.
Yeah, that'll make him look good.
Fisk is cooperating with the federal government. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, like what can you do? What do you...
Would you care more if you weren't trying to get reelected? Mrs. Cardenas killed. Maybe you don't give a damn because she's dead and she can't vote for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but...
Fisk will hurt more people like her. She didn't have a voice because the people in power didn't care.
But like I guess is everybody just counting on him inevitably getting out?
Yeah, I just don't
because I'm calling security.
Like outside, like with all of the info that everybody has, I get it, but he's not going anywhere. And
he heard.
Best view. So you're gonna bring me back to prison? But you know that won't work.
This is so cool.
There's only one way to stop me, but you're not gonna do it. Everything that's happened since you refused to kill me is on
you. Is it? That's not how it works in any other situation.
You can follow him right to me. You know you want to.
Is he your room key, sir?
You can take him. Grab his gun.
Don't do this.
Sir, he gave me like 3 of them.
But you won't.
Yeah, it's so suspicious.
Yeah, of course, bro. He's not gonna let you through.
Yeah, you know what? I must have left it in my car. Then I can't let you through. I'll be right back.
Dude, he's gonna remember you too. That's so sus.
That was like one of your only chances. Oof. Okay.
Which I mean, I guess is a sign that Matt's slipping up a little bit. Oh no! Did he die? That's so horrible.
I wasn't sure if I should show my face.
Nobody blames you.
Yeah, they better not.
Moving Fisk was my call.
Because I pushed for it.
Because it was the smart thing to do.
Yeah, like I don't know why that's a bad.
And this is what it looks like sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes this won't happen because of what we're doing. Hold on to all the lives we're saving.
I mean, I would also be like, Fisk, you better start talking, Betty. I really like that they're showing all sides of this.
Yeah.
You know, it's brutal. Anything like this is brutal.
Bon appetit, asshole.
Yeah, especially since he got their friends killed. I feel like everybody's gonna be like,
It's Special Agent Poindexter, isn't it? You saved my life last night.
bro.
Yeah, we all make mistakes.
I like him, bro.
I'm sorry for the loss of your fellow agents. Losing them to protect someone like me.
I hope they don't do something stupid out of like rash judgment.
I don't know. Do you think Fisk has a plan to get out of here? Do you think he's, even if he is caring for Vanessa, is he always looking at how to get out?
No, yeah, I do think so. He's always looking for it.
From what I witnessed, they were incredibly brave.
I want to eat faster, convict. Meal's over in 5.
I owe those fallen agents a debt that I can never repay.
Be careful, bro. Watch out.
I also owe you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you do owe him his life.
I've never seen a talent like yours. May I ask you where you acquired such a skill?
You're done.
He really doesn't like him. Like, it's kind of interesting.
Forget Fisk. Talk to me about the ambush.
What about it?
I don't know why this guy feels like I understand why this guy's an agent. I don't know.
It is what it is.
He has this like purpose to him, the way that he walks, like this poise.
Force against multiple suspects.
Yeah.
And you're here on duty even though you should be on administrative leave. Just tell me, for real. How are you?
I mean, that is a lot.
Yeah, I think he's going through a mandatory
It's
therapy.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time you've used lethal force.
What do you think a sniper does?
Oh, that explains it.
Events like this exact a toll. You have a support system?
Well, I think she'd rather be called Julie. We get dinner most nights. Pizza night. Julie gets broccoli with sausage, extra cheese. I know it's not healthy to hold this stuff in, so I talk to her.
Good. It's good that he's so aware of all of this kind of stuff.
And she doesn't judge me or blame me.
All right. You are clear for duty. You go see your girl. It'll do you good.
Was he lying about the girl? Like he doesn't have a girlfriend and he's just like making it up so you just get out of there? Because he changed up his demeanor really quick.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Wait. That was sick, bro.
Why did Fisk flip on the Albanians?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I kind of feel bad for this lawyer. The other guy's annoying, but...
I got him out.
No, I could have turned on anyone. Why the Albanians?
Oh, true.
Is Fisk really getting out of this? Is it money?
No.
All right, why don't you let me know when you want to breathe?
Dang.
Fisk's woman. The feds will drop all charges against her. He's doing it all for her.
He needs him to be like a monster.
Yep, he's being truthful, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no BS. Oh, shoot. You better watch out, bro.
Oh my gosh, you get better run, bro.
Yeah, you are not ready to take on this many people, I don't think.
Yeah, with guns?
No way, bro.
Yeah, they're gonna have like 40 of them coming down.
Oh my gosh. That was sick. Ooh, that was cool.
I like the stealth. It's fun.
Especially because recently he hasn't been stealth at all, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love the camera movement too, how smooth it is. It matches the stealth.
Stop, FBI.
Oh.
I'm not here right now.
Oh, shoot, bro.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shoot. Dude, you're done, buddy.
Watch out.
Dude.
Come out with your hands up. Now.
Jeez. Nice. Ooh. That was sick.
That's it. Let the devil out.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Too bad you still can't get at me. Not the FBI protecting me.
Shoot, man. It's like he's using like...
There's nothing you can do about it.
He's like using the idea of Fisk being a monster to justify
his like frustration.
Doing whatever he wants. Like not having morals.
You got 15 seconds.
Okay. It's big.
Oh shit, Fisk.
No, look, I'm
God
talking
damn
to
it, Karen.
I like how he knows immediately.
I know Fisk is important to you. I know. I don't care.
They're on my story. Gazemis?
What?
I think there's a connection. Do you know who used to own the presidential hotel?
No.
The Gazemis.
Who are the Gazemis?
You know who I think owns it now? Wilson Fisk.
What?
The presidential hotel is owned by these nested shell companies. It's all of those companies, all represented here in the United States by one law firm.
His law
Donovan
firm.
Partners.
Oh no, bro, seriously?
One of these shell companies buys the presidential hotel from Kazemi. A week ago, he tells his family that he regrets the sale.
And 2 days later, Kazemi gets attacked.
Yeah.
Oh, so they hired those people to attack him?
I feel Fisk is behind this, right? I feel it in my bones.
Outstanding work, Karen. Giving it to Mason.
What?
I told
What?
Of course I'm biased. Fisk tried to have me killed.
people see your name and know your connection to Fisk.
They won't trust.
The shit about is Fisk getting out of prison. I have to do something about this. So don't tell me to back off because I won't.
Yeah, but doesn't that
bro,
inherently
you gotta...
make you like? Isn't that admitting that you're biased?
It took Ben decades to become this much of a pain in my ass.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, you floored a group of the law. Like you have to wonder if you're on the right side.
Do I even want to know?
I believe people can change.
I'm still holding out hope.
Well, I feel like
I don't think we can.
You used to.
I think we come into this world who we are. We can't change our fundamental nature.
Well, you'd actually have to try to know.
I was talking about Wilson Fisk.
So your hearing's really back then. Maybe the boss did hear my prayers.
And the first thing I hear is that Wilson Fisk is out of prison.
You're suggesting that God set a dangerous mobster free just to spite you. Because that would be incredibly narcissistic.
Fisk claims to be helping the FBI because he's claiming to have changed over a woman.
I don't think he's changed. That's the thing. Like, first of all, I do believe people can change. But
no,
second
he
of all,
has
I don't.
A lost soul.
But he's always cared about Vanessa. I think that he just doesn't know that.
no. I'm saying, but he was different before he met her.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, like, since...
Maybe I'll stop him. For good this time.
Just be careful that you don't become the monster.
Yeah, I think she's right.
Was this that guy? Oh, well, maybe he wasn't lying.
Is he like... Yeah, is he like stalking her or something?
Oh, okay.
Jeez, bro. It was like the worst of both worlds. You were like, is it imaginary? And it was like, nope, she's real. She just doesn't know he's real.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Gosh dang it. Should have known he was a serial killer. Broccoli and cheese pizza. No.
Wait, what? That's what it was? I wasn't even looking at it. Oh my gosh.
Red flags all over the place, baby.
Yeah, screw Wilson Fisk. This guy's like, you gotta get this guy off the streets now.
Fuck.
What?
What?
No, this isn't real.
This isn't real.
What? This is real?
No, bro, it's the freaking thing.
What?
He wouldn't imagine Matt like that. Why would he imagine Matt like that?
Yeah, it is real. What the heck?
What the heck?
We all thought you were dead.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm not back. Matt Murdock isn't going to be a part of me anymore. The reason I came here to warn you, Karen. I'm going after him, Foggy. I'm going to find a way to bring Fisk down.
So he doesn't want to be a person anymore. Yeah.
Karen is safe.
Dude, slow down.
Well,
I'm still processing that you're like...
He's doubting his method
Yeah.
of going about saving people, right?
Trying to fight Fisk in some way.
Well, it's like Punisher. It's like, oh, I'm going to be the force of justice. I'm not going to be a person. I'm going to be like...
No.
But I feel like that's not the big thing. I feel like he's implying that he's gonna... Is he not implying that he's gonna kill Fisk?
No, he is.
You're my best friend, asshole.
See, I was wrong to become your friend, Foggy.
What? This is the wrong way to deal with the information that you have, Matt.
No, I can't change the past, but I can stop making the same mistake.
You can't change the past, exactly. So you're friends.
Stay clear of Fisk. Tell Karen to do the same, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell you saw me.
Yeah, see, I don't know. It's... Wait, what?
What? Why did he steal his...
To get in somehow? I don't know.
He took out 6 feds. Wasn't in a red suit, but yeah, it was him. So the devil is back.
Does he have a plan? He's talking real nefariously. What'd you think?
I mean...
It's all going to hell.
Each episode, there's so much like information and so many like things happening that I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure I remember things so that we can even talk about them, you know?
I like how many characters there are.
Yeah, no.
I like that this is the Daredevil show, but not you know what I mean? Like I like that we followed Foggy and Karen separate from Matt. I like that we have these characters. Mm-hmm. Even just Nadim, it's still one of my favorite characters. Like I like what we're doing with him. I like that we're seeing both sides. We're seeing Karen be like, what the heck? How could you let Fisk out of prison, you horrible piece of trash? And then on the other end of it, him being like, dude, my friends died and I'm just trying to do the right thing. And like we're seeing all of these perspectives of it. And I really like that. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I definitely like how they are, even if they're not doing it like, you know, they're not showing Nadim's entire like thought process and all that.
No, because he's not a main character. He still is a side character.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes though to feel what they're feeling is just a short, you know, scene, a couple lines, and you can tell. Like, and they delivered it, you know, I think very well and simple and just like clear.
Yep.
And how he says like, yeah, you know, we had good people die out there, and he wants to make it worth, you know, doing that. And little things like talking to his family and things like that, right? It's cool. It's cool to see like good guys against each other, even though it's like different types of good guys.
Well,
right?
and it plays into the genius of the show, right?
Yeah.
Is it's like it's not as simple as good and evil, and it's not to say that there is not good and evil, and that's also what I like about the show, is that it's not to say that there is not right and wrong because it's hard to figure out. They're just saying it's hard to figure out, man.
Yeah.
And if you have lived in any way, obviously, okay, I hope usually most people watching this video are not like, oh yeah, that one time I let this mass murderer mastermind out of prison as an FBI agent. But everybody has had these sorts of things. I think that's why the show is done well. It's like everybody has moral conundrums. Everybody has difficult decisions where there's not really a call that you like. And so it's like deeply relatable and you get like sucked in.
Yeah, no, it is a very interesting sort of like dilemma, right?
Yeah. I'm real worried about Matt now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not as worried about him as I was like episode
1.
When was he like gonna let those guys that kill him? Was that episode 1?
1, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I was like really like, bro, he is like...
I think he has recovered. I don't think he... I'm trying to find the right way to phrase it. Like, I feel like he's recovered from that state. I don't think he's fixed that mental problem.
No, he's definitely not fixed.
Right? Like, he's in the same headspace, even though he's I guess now not actively trying to kill himself.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel he's still clearly very unstable. Not at all the same Matt.
Well, it really is. He's not Matt, right? I mean, like that conversation with Foggy just confirmed it. He is set on killing Matt, right? Matt is dead, and he's not going to bring Matt back.
Which is kind of, I feel like he's contradicting himself because he says that he can't change who he is. Mm-hmm. And if we're talking about Matt, what is Matt, right? Is Daredevil...
Well, I guess he thinks that Matt was the mask and Daredevil isn't, right? I guess that would be the argument.
Okay, so
I don't actually know.
Then that makes sense.
It's very Batman, right?
That makes sense.
But it's also like, okay, to be fair, dude, your parents didn't get killed. Well, no, never mind. His dad did.
Yeah, but my
bad. I was like, your parents didn't get killed as a kid. No, they did.
Yeah, but my thought process is that like, okay, so are you trying to become something, a source of good, even if it's destroying your friend side?
I feel like that is right. That's the idea. Is that I will become he wouldn't put it this way, but like the hand of God, right? The hand of justice. Like I will not be a person. I will be an idea. I will be a force. I will get all of my personal thought out of it, all of my personal ties, everything. There will be no alter ego. I will just be Daredevil, the force of justice.
See, if it was just that, I think that is I think that's, a stance that is honorable and admirable, right?
There's a couple problems with that, though, I think.
Yeah, but you always have to sacrifice something in order to do anything.
No, but it's almost like if you were going to do that, you should have done it from the start. And I actually think that it's a different... So strategically, 100% with him. 100% makes sense to me. You don't want to have any connections. If you're really going to do the superhero thing and take it seriously, I agree. I think that's the way to do it. But you did it the other way. You made friends. You made a life. You have people who are connected to you. You have Foggy, who's your best friend. And so you can't just say, oh, now I'm going to do that. But my point is the playing field has shifted. It's not like you're starting from square one.
But I think, for example, so he has a responsibility to his friends in a way. But I think he is taking that responsibility into account, right? I mean, can you say, like, for example, somebody who says, oh, I hate you, I'm not your friend, but deep down actually likes them, but wants to make sure that they are out of harm's way, right? That has happened countless times.
But he still is putting them in harm's way.
How?
Because there's still record like if Fisk knows, right? So it's like,
but
you already did that.
Efficiency.
You already made friends. No, but like it so you need to embrace that because you already chose that path. That's my point. And you've made decisions that you cannot undo.
Yeah, so but that goes back to efficiency, right? Because
no, but I also think it goes back to what's the right call. So that would be my thought, is that if we're starting from square one, you're deciding to be a superhero, bro, this is the way to do it, in my opinion, right?
Okay.
I think that's smart. I think it's safe. It takes care of the people that you love. You disappear. But he didn't do that. And so now that option is not necessarily, and I don't know if it is or not, but my point would be that option is now not necessarily the best option, so clearly.
Yes,
because there are other forces at play.
But do you mean it's not the right call efficiently? Like
I think maybe it's not the right call, period.
On the moral side? Because there's a big difference.
Yeah, because he can't pull them in morally. And they're still connected to him, no matter how much he says, like, no. If Fisk knows his identity, if anybody ever finds his identity, they're connected to him.
Of course. So what I'm saying is that is...
So they're not actually safe.
Yeah, on the rational, the more like numbers game, right? It's like, okay.
So, but I feel like he's saying, look, I can abandon these people and I don't have to tell them that I'm alive, which I guess, of course, you don't have to tell them, but like, they're your friends, right? They're people that you care about, that you love as a friend. But
let's say Fisk didn't know anyone's identity and he didn't want that to happen, right? So then he cuts off his friends and says, okay, because I agree on the efficiency side of things, the numbers game, yes, they already know of his connections. It's, even if you are playing it by what's the best way to go.
Yeah, they're too recent.
Right? But on the moral side of things, let's say he didn't, like people didn't know about it, and he did cut off his friends and abandon them. Right?
I mean, that's tough. I don't know. That's a really tough call.
Right? Because then it's like, because while I do...
That almost reminds me like how we talk sometimes where it's like when we talk about like war, and we'll be like, I don't know. I don't get into the morals of that because that's a really tough call to make, right? It's like you're in the thick of it. To me, it reminds me of a decision like that where it's like, I don't know if I would, not saying that I'm the moral arbiter of the world. I don't know if I could make a judgment there. I don't know what the right thing is. That's tough. It's messy either way.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I do agree that he is wrong because you're right. He already, like, these people are already connected to him.
That's
people
my point.
Already know.
Like, it's like you're losing the advantage of mental stability and guidance and help, and they're already in the exact same amount of danger.
Yeah,
it just seems dumb. And okay, I want to go and say that this is not like, it makes sense. It's actually super well written. I'm frustrated. I'm talking about how this fake character is acting morally to his friends. That means it's written well. No, I'm serious. I wouldn't be talking about it like that if it didn't suck me in, if I wasn't like in it. No, it's well written, and I understand character-wise why he's doing it and why he's acting, but once again,
but I mean, in character, I still think he is acting. This is a dumb decision.
Rash. I think he's acting rash, and that's what makes me concerned about kind of everything. And goes back to maybe a little bit what the priest was saying, and we were talking about last episode. Is it's like, this feels like you're angry. This doesn't feel like this moral decision that you've thought about. It feels like you're pissed off, dude, and you're looking for ways to take it out, and you're looking for. And that's where I'm concerned.
Yeah, well, that
even like with his doubt about God. I don't think he's doubting God because he has this like philosophical thing that he's super been thinking about. I think that he is in a horrible state mentally, and he's in despair, and he's in despair of his religious belief, and he's in, you know what I mean? Like or maybe not despair. Despair is probably not the right word, but like it doesn't feel like, a logical, kind of stable, rational decision. It feels like an angry decision. It feels like lashing out.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I feel like, and that's why it goes back to my original point was that like, if he was doing this for, like the efficiency of it, and like, okay, I can cut off my friends.
That like stickwood or something.
Then I would be like, okay, I think it's admirable that you're doing this. You're giving up your, relationships in order to fight the good fight.
Yeah.
But I don't think that he's doing that. I think his reasons are completely different, right? I mean, we see that, like, he's saying like, okay, I'm going to become Daredevil, but like, what do you mean? You think you're going to become a hero? You just punched this, the guy who's on your side,
the FBI guy, like bloody
15 times,
yeah. And so okay, it also brings the question, and I actually don't know what to think about this, but it's like if Daredevil is his addiction, we'll call it, right? Because he's saying it's not a calling, it's who I am.
Yeah.
Right. And it is who he is. He gets this thrill from it. He gets a rush from it. Before, after the season, he always has. Is it like? It makes me wonder how to trust that you're always on the side of being a hero. you know, like it makes me wonder if you're in the same way. And I'll tie this into Poindexter and his strangeness, right? There's a reason why in law enforcement, not that it always works, that we have mental checks, that you have these things to get into the military, to get into law enforcement, to do things like that, right? And it's because just because you're enthusiastic about it doesn't always mean you're the right candidate.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess that's my thought with Matt, is now that he is fully unencumbered by guilt. I don't, just because it's his thing, like his thrill, his addiction. I can't think of a better word. There's not really a good in between word. Does that mean that he's being a hero? Does that mean that he should be a hero?
Well, that's why I always say, like, you know, if you say, oh yeah, be true to yourself, you know, be who you want. Like, I'm fine with that. But
to a point,
if it starts to like hurt people, like,
you have to be careful.
You can't be like, oh,
and what if your calling is hurting
exactly.
people?
So it's like,
well, and it's like, no, they're bad people. It's like, yeah, but that line gets real blurry real fast.
You know, in the end, we are human. And so I feel like people got to, you know, can't always just completely give into their desires. I don't think that like makes you who you are, your desires, right? You know, I think that if someone is, you know, fighting against their desires, I think that's what makes you who you are.
That's what I was going to say. I think oftentimes it's the opposite. I think that who we are is the ability, the control of our desires, right? Not to say that you can't have ice cream because you like ice cream, but somebody who has to have ice cream and somebody who chooses to have ice cream is a very different person. Obviously, we're not talking just about ice cream.
Yeah,
right. And it's that ability, right? It's that mastery of your desire.
Yeah, and so I just
that's what makes you who you are, or lack thereof, or attempt, or whatever, you know.
Yeah, so I think he's making it very simple, and I think it's because he's very frustrated, right?
Yeah.
And it's understandable. I get it. He's been through a lot. You know, I don't know what to say. And then on the other hand, we got you know, Fisk being moved to an interesting facility, which like it's kind of weird because I kind of get the general public, Karen and Foggy and stuff like that, and how they kind of view it, because like, yeah, it's kind of weird that they move him to this like penthouse, very fancy looking, like, you know what I'm saying?
Also,
like,
to me, the thing that bugs me the most, and I said this in the episode, is just the people. Like I feel like we're making this way harder for ourselves than we need. Like, I don't give a crap if you have a big empty building in the middle of New York and it's fancy and you're like, dude, we're sticking him here. But like, there are other people that live here. Is this the smartest place to put Fisk? But then or did he negotiate for this? Like, because we didn't see.
They didn't give us any indication of that,
right?
No.
So I don't think he did.
But like, we know that he somehow owns this building, right?
So did he just like play insane 4D chess?
But like, how?
Is Karen wrong? Is Karen being obsessive? I don't know. Because like, honestly, I didn't think that Fisk had a master plan until that final shot where he's like looking out on the city like the old days, being like, the devil is back. And I was like, oh, geez, now he looks like a man with a plan.
But it's one of those things where it's like, how should I say? Like, okay, regardless of whether they're right or wrong, like, I still think Karen is being obsessive, right?
That's true.
Because it's like,
and so then it would be like she's accidentally right. She's not right for the right reasons.
Well, yeah, it's like, yeah, kind of like, you know, it's like someone constantly saying like, oh, don't fly on the airplane, it's gonna crash, don't fly. And then it just happens to crash, and you're like, I knew it. Well, you're still obsessive, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I think that while Karen, you know, I don't think she's that bad.
Wrong. Yeah, I don't think she's that bad.
I do think that she is a little bit, you know, like the whole Matt thing, right? Like, oh, the chances of him living, like, and you could not, there's no way you could have like somehow, unless she has powers, like foresee that, like.
But it's also like, so here's the other thing, because I've been all over the place with Karen as a character throughout these shows, but it also is like, it's also what makes her so like admirable. Like she's just intense, bro. She just cares. And it's what makes her good. It's like a fault and it's a blessing at the same time. You know what I mean? Like you see it.
I mean,
it's like,
it's once again, there's a fine line between like, you know what I'm saying?
Of
like,
course.
I totally, like, if
because it's like some of the amazing things she's done is because of that obsessiveness.
But then again, it's like you can lean too hard the other way, and it's like, oh, like,
of course.
Yeah, and so, you know.
Which this is why I think her editor is the best guy on the planet, because I feel like he keeps her in check, bro.
Except for that that very awkward setup. That one was a no-go,
Which
bro.
also, though, even then, it shows he's like looking out for her.
Yeah.
A little cringe, but it shows that he's looking out for her.
You know, he's definitely a type of dude. But
What,
you know,
what are our thoughts on the agent, the FBI guy, Poindexter, right? Dex.
I don't know. Like
I did not expect that. I did not.
Yeah,
remember that.
thought that he was like just.
I was like,
making the
you're
girl-
totally right. She's made it up, but then it was like even creepier. Where he's like,
It's like,
oh,
he's actually
let's eat
not
pizza
made up.
together. I was like,
Yeah.
that's just weird.
Yeah, well, so clearly he does have mental issues. I mean, heck, the therapist dude is probably, right that him going through some of this stuff is causing him to have an unhealthy sort of like lifestyle, and maybe in a way he kind of is right. This girl, whoever she is, I don't know if her name actually might be whatever he said.
It might be, yeah.
But it might actually be acting as like some sort of support thing for him,
Yeah, but the problem is that she's not actually a support thing for him.
Well,
so there's danger to
to
that too.
him. She is right, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
has no idea, and so that's what makes it kind of like, well, it's kind of dangerous and it's a little unhealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's almost like doing that the wrong way causes other problems. Where it's like, I actually think that if he was literally talking to somebody, that would also be so much more healthy. Like, okay, I'm not.
Yeah.
Let me be clear. I'm not condoning stalking people with a scope and eating pizza.
Of course.
But in a world where we're saying like, okay, she is acting in a support system and probably relieving a little bit of stress for him. Like, okay, and like.
But my biggest issue is that it's someone else.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I
if you-
also think that it's also probably not doing as well as it. If he sat down and talked to someone, right? A lot of these things is it's like literally
Yeah.
there's something about getting it out, having a social interaction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Having a life outside of work. Like there are all these other unforeseen elements. It's more than just having a support system. Like
Mm-hmm.
there are all these other aspects to it as to why it makes you healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, physical health. It's not just like running, bro. You can't just run and eat like whatever you want. Like it's a really complex, and there are all these different aspects. And I feel like it's the same thing here, where it's like it's not. First of all, that's not good because she has no idea about it.
That's the biggest
even if
thing,
it was, but then even on top of that, I also think that it's like it's not healthy for him either because A, it's like conditioning him to continue this kind of behavior,
Yeah.
and B, it's also not giving him the proper and like amount of mental break, separation, workout, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I don't know how to phrase it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
Also, it's just creepy.
Yeah,
It's
just-
creepy.
The biggest problem I have with this is, you're involving someone else in it, and so that's
And it's
where
scary
like-
because the system's breaking down.
Yeah, and so
Right. So he clearly has learned how to play the mental system, like whatever checks they have in the FBI, at least for now. And that's what scares me because it's like, well, how long has this been going on? Like how, like how long is he getting away with this kind of stuff? Like what else have they missed? Now, I feel like that just makes him a complete wild card.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, like, I feel like that. Yeah, I mean, it's just hard to kind of catch that kind of stuff,
Sure,
And
sure.
so it's like, yeah.
And
I
then
don't
what
even
kind
know.
of a person is able to play that? Right? Like play the system in that kind of way. Because I don't know if the system is faulty or if he's just really good or maybe a little bit.
I
of
feel like it's
both.
just impossible to kind of like,
Yeah. Which sucks
it's
because
just
I
tough.
kind of liked him.
Yeah, I mean, I still think
I was
that
like,
he
he feels like really competent and like it just felt like a cool guy. And I was
mean-
like, all right, never mind.
He definitely has issues. Let's just
Like,
say
why
that.
can't you just go and talk to the girl, bro?
But I think that I do like his no nonsense towards Fisk. It's a little bit refreshing because
Fisk has always manipulating people.
yeah, it always feels
that's
like
true.
like he looks over and he's like, "But I owe you."
Yeah, I
and he's
know.
like, "Oh, I
And
can
I-
get some," and he was like, "Nah, bro."
Yeah, that is
I felt
true.
like that.
I like how everybody's been doing that. They're like, inmate, shut up. And I'm like,
a lot of the I think they're making a point with a lot of the FBI people being against Fisk as well, right?
and
not
that's
agreeing with
that
him.
actually does make me feel comforted too, because it's like, yeah, there's nobody's gonna take your BS, Fisk. Sorry.
Yeah. And the whole thing with like the him being moved, like
I have no problem with him being an FBI. I understand
I mean,
how
listen, he's an
visually
informant.
the place sucks, but
like,
I have no problem. Like,
listen,
maybe I just have a different way of looking at it, bro.
He got shanked in prison, right? Like, I know that probably they don't know about that, but like, you know, that's why sometimes you just gotta trust what people do. You can't always just have everything in your own hands
because you're not allowed to have all the information.
And so that's why I think like Matt and stuff like that, right? It's like, okay, yes, we want to get him back in prison, but it's like, I think we need to take certain steps. For one, he is an informant,
and he did inform like in a huge way, at least to. That's what they implied. We don't know for sure, but it sounded like they took down this entire gigantic Albanian syndicate that they had been trying to take down for years and years and years.
Yeah.
It's like, that's huge, bro. Yeah. Use them as a freaking informant. 100%.
That's just how you have to do it. I don't know what to say. That's, you know, you can't always be like, oh, you know, good, go in prison, and we as good people go and stop the bad guys. It's like, bro,
life's just not that simple, dude.
Sometimes the bad guys have a lot of information. I mean, think about, for example, like think about this, like any of the like the mafia and stuff like that and all the mobsters, right? Do you know how many like informants that had life sentences, like that got, you know, that were became informants to the FBI and things like that, and to the law enforcement, and like took down tons of like freaking criminal
bro? And like there's like some criminals who got caught for stuff and then would get like hired.
Yeah, bro.
like would straight be like, dang, that was great hacking. I know that you did all these horrible skills. Why don't you come work for us, dude?
Bro, like stuff, you know, stuff wouldn't be the same without that kind of stuff. And so that's what I'm saying.
Like, it's just I can understand that people have a different
that's why it looks
take
weird.
on it.
It's like, bro.
And I don't like that they put him in the penthouse.
Like, why are you putting him there? Because then everyone's like, what the? Look at this fancy hotel.
Yeah,
I
know.
I can't blame them. It's almost
and they're like, oh, he's probably getting great food. It's like, he's not. And he is getting treated like crap.
Yeah, it's just kind of a weird decision to me. Like,
but also, like, even if he was being treated nicely, not to keep going with this, just for a second here. You guys like our long conversations, or let us know if you do in the comments. Even if he was getting treated super nicely, like if that's getting him to inform on people, and we got to spend some money on a freaking fillet,
who cares?
I have no problem.
Whatever.
With that.
Sure.
Like,
He might be not
emotionally.
dying.
It pisses me off a little bit, but like if we're putting concrete like evil down, which for now we are. Now if it was like some sketchy BS, like I get it, right? But like, dude, we turned in a huge syndicate and hopefully more. Done, bro. Give him lobster every night. I don't care.
Yeah, because it's like, well, of course you don't want to. Listen, he's still under like,
and then he's gonna freaking go back.
Yeah, but listen,
or well, maybe not, because they need to protect him for however long.
Yeah, but he's not like free, right? He's not free. He's still like under like house arrest essentially.
And worse than house arrest, bro. He's in a fancy prison. He doesn't get anybody to come see him. He's not getting anything. Like, he's getting nice food and a view, but that's it. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, first off, like the conditions in prison are not that much worse. I'm not gonna lie, right?
Depends. That depends.
Oh, okay. Nowadays, though, well, you know,
I think it depends.
What I'm saying is that like he. Like think about all the trafficking, right? The
how many women's lives were saved just by taking down the Albanians,
right? And it's like, you know, an Albanian sort of like organization that has been running for like how many years? Do you know how many lives were like saved from taking down that? You know what I'm saying?
Now I feel like the big thing is I don't know how much, if anything, that these people know. Right. So I don't know if they know that he had anything to do with that arrest, which now my argument would be like, that's why you got to have a little faith in the system, bro.
That's why you can't.
But at the same time, let's say somebody who's been burnt by it or something like that is skeptical. To me, though, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why you just wait. Like, at least let's wait and see, like, you know, a year from now, if the FBI is like, yeah, this is how we took down the greatest criminal mastermind in all of America, Wilson Fisk, thank you. Like, whatever.
Like, yeah, I get it. I'm not, you know, like, of course, like, you know, the law and stuff like that in the system can be a little sketch at times, but it's like, how should I say, they've proven themselves at times, and like, you can't always take things into your own hands. It's kind of like saying like, well, I will take care of the criminals. This person must suffer. And it's like, guys, you have no idea. You know what I'm saying? You don't know the big picture. It seems so short-sighted.
Hey, the only people I actually don't blame would be Foggy, Matt, and Karen.
Yeah.
Just because they literally put him in jail. Like, they put him in jail, and I would understand how they would want to put him back. That I understand that, because it's like all the work that they put in feels like it's just getting like kind of thrown back in their face.
But it's
even
like,
if it
are
isn't.
they fine
But
with
any of the other freaking protests or whatever, like, dude, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it's like, what is your, so you what? Like, even if you don't know, that's exactly why. You have to have faith sometimes. You can't control everything.
I don't know what to say. That's just my take on it, but
yeah,
I don't know. Let us know. What do you guys think? I know. I feel like we're really going to get into the weeds here, and I love it. So let us know. Jump in the conversation in the comments. As always, Flying Thrashes up with the Patreon. The next episode, episode 4, is also up for early access on the Patreon if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And yeah, thank you just for being here. Thank you for joining us, for watching. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you stick around, and if you do, we will see you all in the next video.